Hey everybody, I haven't been on in a while. Doing a lot of resting, having some personal issues, but we don't need to go into that. But I'm always thinking, creating. Um, Life's exciting, life is magical. Always keep that in mind, especially when you're having a rough time. And I totally relate to that because the energies coming into the planet are just crazy, outrageous right now. The transition, the ascension, it's all full blown right now. I mean, everything goes with all the full moons and you know all the stuff. I want to talk about. I'm starting my second book, and I outlined it last night. And I knew that once again, I'm going to teach you something. Sometimes you just need to be patient. Because, like, I want to start my sound healing bed, it's still not here. I want to start a new business and get people to come in. Well, I don't have any energy. I need to get my hypnotherapy, like, full charge. Let's go. Don't have a lot of takers, but we always keep our head up and know that it's coming because a lot of people are going to be going through a lot of different ascension symptoms that they're going to want answers. They're going to want to know, why do I feel this way? What is going on with me? So I'm going to be in hot demand soon in the future. It's my guides are telling me too. They're like, rest now, child, because it's coming. So that's why I haven't got on, because I've been resting. But this book is the first book, Beautifully Broken, the Katie Hay story, available on Amazon. Awesome read, by the way. My cousin wrote it with me and did an amazing job of making me look good. It's a kind of a family affair, but everybody that's read it is just blown away, inspirational, because the quad amputee at 42 years old, blah blah blah. I mean, I've been through a lot, right? So but what I want to do with the second book was to inform you guys. I've been doing this on my videos. I've been letting you know my journey and how I stay strong and all the different people I listen to and how I really pull myself up and stay positive. Well, the book's going into like some real depth about what information has really kept me above water, allowed me to breathe again, allowed me to center myself and pull inward, because I've already talked to you guys about how the world's going to beat you up, and the people in your life that say they love you. I mean, look how many left me. I mean, I have been left, oh my God, neglected, unloved, the whole nine. Like, I don't even have any family to spend time with me for the holidays. I had to literally beg my daughter to call me. Like, it's stupid, right? You shouldn't have to do that. They should love you. They should want to be around you. They should want to, especially in this body, right? I've survived death to be here and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Not one person, not my sisters, not my daughters. Nope. 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 They're all gone. Don't care. So, one of the things that's super important, of course, I've been beating this dead horse for a long time. You guys have been listening to my videos, and I talk about this all the time, of taking care of your own heart, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, building your life around people that show up and show you love. These are really important things I'm telling you guys. This is how I've survived. Because if I was relying on all these people that aren't showing up, that say they love me, I would be a sad little panda rolling around here just wanting to die. And, there's a sense of that in me where, people will talk about death and I always say, well, I'm ready to go. And they always look at me like, what? You shouldn't talk like that. And I said, well, I've made peace with it. I literally am looking forward to it. Because this existence, trying to keep the house running, the animals fed, the caregivers happy, and the bills paid, and having zero love in my life from family or even a man. Not that I need that. And that's another thing that I've learned, that I'm good. I'm fine. I'm lonely, no doubt, but I also realize that you have to be your own best friend, and you have to go out and seek opportunities to be around people and be social and promote yourself. So that's what I've been doing lately. I've actually been pretty busy with it. Creating the sound bed, even though I don't have it yet, the sound business, and the hypnotherapy, and the art. My art, I've been focusing a lot on that. That's what I do in the fall. A lot of fall festivals, a lot of opportunities to get out and show people my art. And I have my website up and running, katiepaintz.com. Go to katiepaintz.com, check it out. I'd really appreciate it. Even seeing some foot traffic makes me happy, even if you don't buy anything. But, and honestly, I'd wheel and deal if you want to buy something and the price is a little high on my website, because you have to do that. Message me. There's a way to message me on the website, and then I can get back to you and cut you a deal. You know what I mean? But I do ship. I can't really cut you a deal and ship, though. That's the trick. And, it's a little sticky. But, yeah, I really appreciate it. I've got some really great ideas coming in the Christmas season. And I'm actually going to be creating some amazing art that I've been inspired to do today. And that I'm going to do a country club expo at Kingwood Country Club. If you're around town and you want to come see me, I'll be there first weekend in November. But yeah, so that's exciting. So I just stay busy, and really, in this world, we all need to feel needed. We all need to feel like we're heard. We all need to feel loved. We all need to feel like we have a place of influence, like I'm helping people. And that's all I want to do, is be of service to people. So we're all here to be of service to each other. Just so you know, that's really the objective of this human experience. Not to be self-seeking and materialistic like how we've gone, and this is why we have the problems we have down here, right? You got all these people running around taking care of their own families, and they don't have time for their little handicapped friend, and it's rampant. It's everywhere. And I don't blame them, because I was one of those people too, running around chasing my kids. But as I become disabled and lonely and done a lot of spiritual work, I realized that emptiness is when you aren't seeking friendship or wanting to be in your friend's life or create social gatherings and bringing people together and seeing where you can help somebody out. All that's very rewarding. And everybody that helps me says, and I'm graciously thanking them. They're like, no, thank you, Katie, because it makes me feel good to help you. And a lot of people that have come to my aid, bring me food, help me out when the caregiver needs a day off, that kind of thing. They all just really appreciate being needed. And so I realize that I have that too. And because I can't go out and help people, which drives me crazy, honestly, it really does. I can help where I can. And thank God I have my brain and my voice and my experience, because I'm finding a lot of people that have been through trauma but don't feel like there's anyone they can talk to. They can always talk to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been through so much that they can sit down and just vent. And so a lot of times that's what I get, but it's awesome. I love being of service and of help to people that need it. So come on in and get a hypnotherapy session. Check me out on my website. Yeah, katiepaintz.com. But I think it's just really important to be a role model in teaching people survival tools and how to be a better person and how to really start unlocking some of the magic of life. And that's what my second book's going to be about, you guys. I'm so excited. I outlined it last night and I'm like, ooh, there's a lot of golden wisdom here. A lot that I've been through. I can just spread it on those pages and you can just soak it up and read it. And I will let you know when it's done. It's probably going to be a while because, you know, I speak into like Google Play and then I got to get my cousin to help me format it and find a cover. And it's pretty involved. The first book took me like 7 years. This next one's not going to take me as long. I'm really hoping that it'll pretty much be all my words and that she'll just edit it for me and then help me get a cover for it. And so I'll take all the work from her because that first book, she worked so hard on it. And it turned out really awesome. Hopefully the second one will be just as good. But I'm really excited. But see, this is what you got to do to keep moving forward. Do what you can do. That's my motto. Do what you can do. I can paint. I got a new painting on my website. I haven't posted it yet. It's not quite done because I just came up with some fantastic ideas to make it just amazing and make people really want it. But I've been doing a lot of listening to books and listening to my Gaia programs. And oh my God, some of the information is just like, what? Like, it's crazy. Like, today, I learned that UFOs, extraterrestrials, have been living on the bottom of our oceans for thousands of years, and that they have craft that can go under the sea at just, what? The deepest part of the ocean, is it 39,000 feet? Marianas Trench? Something like that. But these UFOs can go all the way down there, no problem at all. And they fly really quick through the water too. They were trying to trap one with the naval submarines and naval ships with a net. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, of course, I never did get one. You know, we're talking about high-tech civilization, and here we are throwing a net on it. I mean, are you kidding me? Really? But yeah, these things are fast and they go really quick, and they've been down there and they actually communicate with us telepathically, and they said, yeah, we've been here for thousands of years. Thousands. Like, we don't even know. Like, they call Earth their home. This is our home. And but they followed one that came up. They love Antarctica, that area in the Indian Ocean. They love that area. And so they come up, and it was sitting on the surface of the water, and our ships were, you know, shooting at it and all that. And we thought, oh, we disabled it because it was sitting there for a couple hours. And then all of a sudden, it took off into space, like quicker than lightning. Just choo, gone. And, you know, with capability like that, how in the world do we think we can even compete with that? And what I really resent is these movies. Like, my girlfriend told me today about one where these aliens, I guess it's a new one that came out, eats people. And I'm like, that's never going to happen. And she's like, it could happen. I'm like, no. I'll tell you why. We've been here a long time. We have been on this earth, Homo sapiens, for 250,000 years. Are you telling me that this highly advanced culture couldn't have come down and just wiped us out, taken Earth for themselves to make their own little home? I mean, we're a nuisance. We try shooting them. We don't have any diplomacy because we're ignorant and fearful. We're so full of fear. Our government is the worst. The American government is the worst when it comes to these relations because it's all based on war. We want to capture their craft and reverse engineer their craft so that we can have first strike capabilities on Russia. We are like prehistoric Stone Age cavemen with our club, and we want to you know, kill somebody because they came in our yard. You know what I mean? Like, we're just so stupid. It's really unbelievable. I mean, when you understand the really high understandings of their messages to us and how absolutely benevolent they are. I mean, they literally pick people up and heal them. They are here to help us. We're like them in the past. If they're, because time really doesn't matter, time really doesn't exist. We only mark time with the sun going around the moon. You really think that some being in another planet knows time? No. We only track time because of how the earth goes around the sun. Think about that. There really is no time. So these are literal time travelers. They go in the past, they go in the future, and yeah, they probably could stop some of our wars, but they say the same thing that everybody else says about our mission on earth. If we don't run into the problems that we've created, if we don't really feel the Holocaust, feel the wars, feel the Gaza strain and pain these people are going through, how are we ever going to advance enough to stop it? If we're inoculated and they just keep helping us out, because remember, the ancient cultures always said that the star beings are going to come back and fix everything. Well, the star beings basically set us up for civilization, created us with their DNA, and then said, okay, you're on your own. This is schoolroom Earth for a reason. You need to pull yourselves up. That's why we should never look to Jesus or anybody to save us. I'm sorry, religious people, but those are allegory stories. They really were not factual. They weren't. They were stories really talking about this ancient practice of going into a sarcophagus for 3 days and then coming back to life after you've traveled the universe in your subconscious. Maybe you left your body and your spirit moved. But after those 3 days of death, they would resurrect you and you would see the light as they would bring you out of the coffin from the darkness and shine a light in your eyes, which would wake you up, I'm sure. And then you would be declared risen. And this practice was going on ancient Egypt, all through ancient cultures. That's why there's so many resurrection chambers and why they don't understand why there's no body in the tomb. It's not a tomb. It was a resurrection chamber. So anyway, most of our Christian beliefs and everything were built on stories from Egypt and these star beings that came down. And once you read the Bible and you really start understanding that you can really pull out of there a lot of information about aliens and how they came down, all the chariots that were on fire, those were craft, all the angels with wings, that was the Anunnaki. You start understanding, oh my God, these people were writing these stories down, trying to make sense of what they were seeing. They put it in the Bible and said it was all God. Because they were gods to them. Because they were able to do things, manipulate stone, levitate it through the air. They had high technology. They created Atlantis. And those Atlanteans, when they had to flee from the destruction, because they built their island on the most terrible spot. I mean, that's where the ocean collapses into itself, and that's why the United States is moving closer to Europe. There's a fault line, and that's where Atlantis was, and it just went in the sea. And I don't know why they weren't smart enough to not do that. But they were running on crystal technology. They had really high advanced information. Well, all those survivors went to Egypt, and then they went all around. And so that's where we get when we can read the hieroglyphs, and there's a few people that can. And a lot of these people, like Atlanteans that had died, millions of them, by the way, they're all being reborn right now and having memories come back. And that's where I come in, hypnotherapy, and I can pull a past life out of you. A lot of people have come from Atlantis. They've come back, and they're here to help us ascend to the next dimension. We're going into the 5th dimension now, and very exciting times. Matter of fact, that's why there's so many UFOs parked in our atmosphere. Nobody knows that. Big, huge motherships, right? They're up there, Pleiadians mostly, which are really friendly and they love us, trying to help us get through this transition that we're going through. But they want to stay uninvolved. They'll come through, and I don't know if you guys have checked out some of the channeling with Bashar and Riz Mirza. There's so many channelers. Oh my gosh, I can name a bunch because I watch them all on Gaia. You know, great place to go, Gaia. And but yeah, so it's totally exciting and totally tumultuous to be alive right now. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of love to get through what we're going through. And that's why I'm on here talking to you. Because if you can really get meditating, a lot of people can't meditate. They can't close their mind down. They just can't shut it off. But breathing is the key. Breath work, yoga, Kriya yoga is probably the most amazing. Qigong, another amazing thing to practice. If I had limbs, I would be doing it. But the breath work and the deep breathing, it takes you right out of your body or into a different space where you can really like reach out to these higher beings. You have guides. Everybody has a ton of spirit guides. Ton. They're following you around all the time, just waiting for you to ask them, hey, need a little help down here? Hook a girl up. But everybody has them. So you have them. I have them. And I'd love to tell you about them. Of course, everybody's is different. But they're all here lovingly to help us get through this. Because it's going to be crazy, guys. I'm telling you, I have heard things that absolutely twist my stomach in knots. And I don't like putting fear into people because I don't think it's productive. Because one of the things these beings are telling me is do not give into the fear. But one of these things that you really need to like ground yourself in, and maybe through a breath work and meditation, you can really get in touch with, there is no death. I want you to meditate on that. And what I want you to envision is this body that you're inhabiting is temporary. It's always meant to be temporary. This is not a final destination, guys. We've had many, many lifetimes, and this is not your last one, hate to tell you. Most people are like, I don't want to come back. And I'm like, but you will, because what happens is when you pass over, you go to the most amazing, most beautiful, colorful, full of love place, and they guide you. If you're super traumatized, they put you in the healing place so that you can heal from this lifetime's wounds. And then they approach you as you have gone on your healing journey and you're able to, just really enjoy the knowledge and the love that's over there. They literally give you a choice. And isn't it interesting how many, many, many souls decide that they're shown their life review. I don't know if you know that's what's coming, but yeah, you got to get ready for that. That's why kindness right now, while you're alive, the most important thing to do with your life, the meaning of life, is to be kind. That's it. That's what we're here to do. Help one another and be kind. And when people hear that, you usually get really mad and disappointed and go, oh my God, there's got to be more to life than this. Nope, that's it. Because I'm going to tell you why. When you're going through your life review after you've passed on and dropped your physical body, you will experience every person that you've ever affected. And that means if you yelled at somebody, if you hurt somebody, all of it comes out. So even though I'm telling you this is the most beautiful, loving, amazing place you're going to go to, there's no judge. There's no God up there with his finger shaking at you. You're bad. No, no, no. They literally, through the Akashic Records, which is, they record everything you do and say, by the way, the Akashic Records. You can actually check it out. There's people that do readings. It's interesting. They will show you your Akashic Record and who you were. And you get to experience that life you lived through the eyes of the people you affected. Now, wouldn't you rather pass over, go through your life review, and feel absolutely amazing afterwards? Like inspired, uplifted, happy. That's what I'm shooting for. I don't want to, I know that I've hurt people in this lifetime. I've said the wrong thing at the wrong time. I've really hurt people. And everybody does. Everybody. This is, we're human. We're supposed to learn from our mistakes and move on. Well, since you're still alive getting this message, I encourage you all to do this practice that I've done. I do it pretty repeatedly. As things come up for me, as I realize, where how I've lived, people I've affected, people in my life that have hurt me and all that. First of all, 2 things. Everyone that you have hurt, intentionally or non-intentionally, I want you to verbalize apologies. In this life, while you're still alive, say, I, from the bottom of my heart, am so sorry for hurting you. Envision their face. Some people you may not even know. And with those people, you just do kind of a blanket speaking of whoever I've hurt that I did not know that I hurt. I wasn't aware of how I affected them. I am deeply, deeply sorry. Because believe it or not, this is a quantum universe, which means everything you say and do is reverberated through the past and the future. We are literally affecting our entire environment with our minds and attitudes and our words. So, knowing how powerful you are, now we know, you need to apologize for everything you've done. I'll tell you why. Because wouldn't you rather go to your life review and have those souls communicate to you, thank you so much for apologizing? That'll be your life review. Compared to the horrors of all the people that you maimed and hurt and all that. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be a murderer or mass killer. Ooh, I can't even imagine their life review. I mean, absolutely. You want to talk about hell? Hello? Even though you cross over and there's love and, all these people come to meet you and pat you on the back and celebrate your passing, that life review is going to be really hard. Really hard. Because you feel it in your soul. And if you destroy lives, I just can't even imagine. Oh. Yeah, you may need to go to the healing place if you've killed a lot of people. Yeah. Because it's not normal to be a murderer. It's not really in our genetics, even though we are very violent. It really isn't. We're not built for this. We're built to love each other. That's where the truth is. When you think about hatred, how does it make you feel? Pretty bad. When you really get in touch with that emotion, the anger, the hatred, there really isn't a good feeling about it. And I don't care if you feel like you deserve to kill that person because they hurt you. It's a bad feeling. That's all you got to go with is, how does it feel inside me? That's how you know it's not our natural place. Because all these people preaching the love like I do, love yourself, love your brother, love your sister. I'm going to tell you something. That is the only truth in the world. All the rest is lies. The fear, the anger, all of it. And it isn't just that it's lies, it's that it's not true. That it's a falsehood. Why do you think Jesus came? To spread the love and the compassion. You have to be compassionate because everybody's doing the best they can all the time. That person that chewed you out or hurt you intentionally, they probably live in hell in their minds. If you think about it, you don't know their past. You don't know why they are angry. You don't know where that's coming from. Because usually when people are screaming at you and they say it's your fault, I'm here to say, healthy people don't go around destroying people. Healthy people deal with their grief and their anger in a healthy way. Tearing another person down only is a window into showing you how they feel about themselves. You literally are watching how this person's pain is being expressed. And you need to remember that when you're being screamed at. Remind yourself, this is not about me. This is about them and their unhealed journey, and they're taking it out on me. But for you to realize that it's not you, it's not your fault, even though they say it's your fault and they can give you every example of why it's your fault. Still working up some coughing. That's why I haven't come on here. But this is a really important point because it's rampant. It's rampant in this human existence, in this experience we're having. And the more you have the understanding that people are literally lashing out because of their own pain and not taking it personal, the better off you are. Forgiveness is an interesting topic. Not something that I really like to do or talk about. And I heard somebody talk about it in an interesting way the other day. They said, "Oh, I don't ever forgive." And I thought, what? This is a very, very smart person who's very spiritual, okay? And I thought that was very interesting. And they said, no, what I do is I try to understand, even though some of this stuff, how do you understand? Just evil, right? I try to look into their lives and wonder what went wrong with them. Like the liberals always say, oh, they wouldn't be doing crime if you understood they came from a broken home with a dad that beat them every day. Well, there is that. And I think it's really important that we address that. That's why I'm a big proponent of rehabbing our prison facilities. I had a dream one night. It wasn't really a dream. It was kind of like a creative moment where I was just going off in my brain of how to revamp the prison system. And most people would say, you're going to pander them. You're going to, make them feel good. And then, these people have killed people. But it's more than that. It's stopping the cycle of violence. Look at this world, the chaos we've created. You know what created that? Lack of compassion. Oh, they're a bad person. Let's just shove them away in a cell and throw away the key. And all the family members that the person had, killed their family member go, yay, make them pay. You know what I always find interesting? When the person does a suicide move after they kill people. And people go, oh, well, they didn't ever get in trouble. They took themselves out. They avoided the punishment. And I'm like, are you stupid? We would have killed them in an electric chair anyway. What's the difference? They're still going to have to go over to the other side and face their life story. You don't get out of this without, and it's not even a punishment. I really don't think that God, the universe, who set up the system of doing a life review, thought of it as a punishment. No, it was more like, hey, in this lifetime that you just lived, this is what you created. This is how you made people feel. Very enlightening, I would say. I think it's brilliant. Then they have to live through the pain they caused, all the people they hurt, and feel it. We don't get out of this scot-free, dude. None of us do. None of us can get away with this. That's why I encourage you all to understand why people have wronged you, hurt you, destroyed you. And find it in your heart to forgive. Is a word that a lot of people don't like, and I'm not a big fan of it either, but there's really no other word that kind of just wraps up the experience, the active experience of letting somebody that hurt you, let them go. Let them go on their way. They're going to have their life review. They're going to see this again. It's not your job to punish them. You may want to. Believe you and me. My ex-husband did a number on me, and I have wished for his death. And I'm beyond that now. I'm beyond it. I've had to let it go. I've had to understand where he's coming from, even though I can't wrap my brain around it. But what he has done, he will have to atone to in his life review. That's on him. You know, I'm down here blessing him, and that's what I do. Send blessings to your enemies. I know that sounds crazy. Send blessings to Hamas and to Israel, because they're both wrong. You don't go around killing people and get off easy. No. No, 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 no. You don't think that doesn't hurt everybody? I mean, the world is bleeding, on fire. Everybody, the collective consciousness, which we are all a part of, is feeling the pain over there. Anybody that's sensitive, maybe another reason why I'm sleeping a lot. It's heavy. I look at the news and I just want to cry for these babies just getting blown up every day. Oh my God. We all do what we can do, and I'm going to tell you something now. The quantum universe is begging us all to put our minds on peace, put our minds on love, and spread the blessings to the whole world on a daily basis. To all your enemies, to all the people in the world that are hurting. Blessings, blessings from my heart out. So important, you guys. We can literally change what's going on with our thoughts and our intentions. It's literally how it works. It's a quantum universe. That's why there's distance healing. We're all connected. And I just really want to drive that home as I'm leaving in a few minutes here, like 1 minute. We are more powerful than we know. And this is how we can affect the earth, is blessings and gratitude. Be grateful for what you have, and just be grateful for this life and this a chance to learn, and wish that on everybody and send them all grace and love and understanding. The enemies are the most important to really reach out to. And you can talk to them in your heart and soul, and they will hear you. I love you all. Thank you for listening. I know it was a 40-minute video. I had to yak for a while because I've been on here in a while. But I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this finds your heart happy. And there's some tools that you can use to stay up out of the darkness. Stay away from that stuff. It's toxic. So, mwah.